very good day to you, and it's just wonderful to be with you again on this program. Friends, you know what an honor and a privilege it is to be able to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. I want to tell you about a young preacher. He was called the boy preacher. I think he was only 16 years old when he started. His name was Harry Moorehouse. Harry Moorehouse. And he was preaching at about the same time as D.L. Moody, probably the turn of the last century, in the late 1800s. He was an Englishman, and he attended some of the meetings that D.L. Moody had in Great Britain. Moody, by the way, was an American, okay? And he came up and he asked D.L. Moody if he could come to Chicago to meet him. And Moody said, of course. He had a big heart, as big as his body. That was a huge man. 285 pounds is what D.L. Moody weighed. He said, of course you can come, son. And he probably didn't think he'd ever get there. Harry Moorehouse was a converted pickpocket. He used to steal, he used to pickpocket people. Came from a poor background. He got on the ship and he sailed to America, and he went to Chicago, and he came to this massive church of D.L. Moody's, and Moody wasn't there, and he told them that Moody said he could come and he could preach, and they let him on the platform. And folks, he transformed the whole crowd. Now you must remember, to fill shoes like a man of the status of D.L. Moody, you had to be something. I mean, he had big shoes to fill. This little boy got on the platform and he preached for 7 nights straight. And what did he preach? He preached John chapter 3, verse 16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. He preached about love. Up until then, the men in those days were preaching fire and brimstone. And they were preaching from their hearts. And this young boy came and he started to preach about the love of God. He showed them from the book of Genesis through to the book of Revelation how God is a God of love. And folks, he took the world by storm, the boy preacher. I want to tell you something. The most powerful weapon that we have as believers is love. Greater love has no man than this, than a man who is prepared to lay down his life for his friend. And that's found in John chapter 15 and verse 13. You see, folks, it's when the love of Christ dominates you and overwhelms you and saturates you that people get saved. God doesn't hate us. He loves us. How simple is that? It is so simple, but we don't hear it, do we? You see, it's love that turns people's hearts. Not hatred, not fear, not intimidation. It's love. And it's the love of God that compels me to share this news with you. It was the love of God that got Harry Moorehouse, that little pickpocket, converted. And the same love of God put him on that ship and sent him all the way to another country on the other side of the world. The love of God. Harry Moorehouse. He got up on that platform and he preached a message that D.L. Moody had never heard before. And he preached it for 7 nights, and he used only one scripture verse. And it's all about love. Jesus says clearly, you shall know them by signs and wonders? No. By miracles? No. By what? By love. And I want to encourage you to start loving one another. And love is powerful. Okay? And if you look at 1 Corinthians chapter 13, it's the greatest chapter in the Bible. It's all about love. Love is not puffed up. Love is not arrogant. Love is gentle. Love is forgiving. Start loving your wife, sir. Start loving your husband, madam, and you'll see a change in your family. I'm telling you. Start loving your mom and dad, and you'll see the real people come out. Until next time, remember Harry Moorehouse. Love. Goodbye.
We trust that you have been blessed by today's message. For more information, please visit angusbuchan.com.